Good Thursday afternoon. It is 2 o'clock Central Time. I'm meteorologist Alexa Trischler with WWL Louisiana. Thanks for joining us for our hourly updates on our Gulf disturbance Invest 93. So some heavy rain has happened as a result of this across parts of the area. The metro area is under a street flood advisory until 4:45 this afternoon. We've had some heavy downpours come in through parts of the city, New Orleans East, through City Park and Gentilly, and right along the lakefront there. We've had some soaking showers across the French Quarter as well. And for parts of the East Bank, mostly some lighter showers on the West Bank, but some heavier rain certainly found within this street flood advisory here, highlighted in this greenish bluish color. It includes the metro area through New Orleans East along Interstate 10, parts of Uptown into City Park and parts of the French Quarter as well, and for parts of the CBD. So metro area under a street flood advisory. We've got some pretty heavy rain, soaking downpours. This thunderstorm has dumped anywhere from 1 to 3 inches of rain in a pretty short amount of time. So this is really the big impact from our Gulf disturbance. Heavy tropical downpours that come in periodically that can induce some localized flooding concerns, especially the spots we know can flood easily. You may get some ponding, some big puddles out there. Make sure you're driving carefully this afternoon. We'll have more soaking downpours coming in at times through the rest of today into tomorrow. The tropical moisture will be lingering with us the next couple of days. So Arabi seeing some heavier showers on the East Bank there. So heavy downpours for parts of the metro area now. So the street flood advisory will continue even as the rain subsides over the next several minutes. You know, sometimes it takes some water, or it takes some time for the water to recede. So that's why those advisories are a bit longer than you would expect, because sometimes, you know, it takes some time for the water to drain, as we know. So here we go, the current look at radar across the metro area. There's a little blip in the data there, but it comes back. We've got some scattered storms really found within the street flood advisory in the metro. One little storm here right in River Bend area, so hugging the Mississippi River there. So Elmwood seeing some soaking rain in Jefferson Parish, and some of it on the West Bank. So Harahan seeing that heavy downpour, Elmwood as well. The shopping center getting some heavy rain, some showers on the other side of the river too with that one thunderstorm. Lighter rain across Jefferson Parish and Metairie, really the heaviest of the showers in the metro. I'll zoom out so we can take a wider look at this thunderstorm that has pushed in. Heavy downpours over Lake Pontchartrain, so some soaking storms for parts of the lake. Causeway seeing some rain on the North Shore as I zoom out. Some spotty heavy downpours on the North Shore as well. We've got some storms moving through St. Tammany Parish. Closer look at those as we go into your 2 o'clock hour. Tallahassee area along Louisiana 41. Got a heavy downpour there. That includes Hickory and St. Tammany Parish. So we've got these passing heavy downpours that will be moving through today. Another zoom out here just to break down where the rain is. One little spotty storm in Washington Parish, some spotty heavy showers in Tangipahoa Parish, some lightning within this thunderstorm moving west towards I-55. So we'll get some thunder claps for sure, some lightning, some gusty winds in some of the storms, and it's really the heavy downpours we'll have to watch for as well. Passing heavy rain for South Mississippi, but kind of few and far between. Some heavier rain for Poplarville along I-59 in South Mississippi. Heavier showers off to the west, so Baton Rouge and points westward. That's where some pretty strong heavy downpours, stronger storms, frequent lightning are found right now. So west of our area, west of Baton Rouge, we've got some pretty strong storms. Opelousas, places like that, seeing some pretty strong thunderstorms pushing in. Also farther to the west as well, Baton Rouge area, Atchafalaya Basin seeing some heavier showers. This thunderstorm has been persistent north of Morgan City, so we've got some flooding within that storm, but that's again off to our west. And that's really where the anticipated heaviest rain was going to be today. Atchafalaya Basin off to the west towards Morgan City, towards Lafayette, Baton Rouge and points westward, and that's where it's falling right now. So that's where there is a flood advisory west of our immediate area. But even so, here closer to home, as we go through the course of today and tomorrow, we'll have passing heavier downpours, maybe some isolated flooding today and tomorrow, especially any spots that already picked up several inches of rain over the last day, a little bit less than a day since last night. Some of our bayou parishes and coastal spots picked up several inches of rain. You get a couple more, it's kind of easy to get street flooding going on. So that's something we'll have to watch as localized flooding concerns the next few days, passing tropical downpours, but there will be plenty of dry breaks in between. So that's really the highlight. Even though the rain can get heavy, and it will, there will be those breaks where we don't have to deal with rain and we can recover from the heavy showers that we get. So again, a closer look at the lake, some heavy downpours passing westward over the lake. So they're headed west towards parts of Tangipahoa Parish, seeing some heavy rain. So we'll continue to see more rain along I-55. That batch of showers will move west along I-55. So a bit of a nuisance drive home or drive around this afternoon with the passing rain. You may have to encounter some heavy showers. You'll probably slow you down a few minutes during your afternoon commute and during your evening commute as well. That thunderstorm continuing to push through St. Tammany Parish from Tallahassee to Hickory, some lightning within that storm. And like I mentioned, the storms on the North Shore, pretty spotty, few and far between. That'll be the trend through today and tomorrow, all courtesy of Invest 93, which is going to be moving across Louisiana through the rest of today. So no more chance for it to strengthen. Not at all. It will remain weak. You know, that's great news, but still same impacts with the rain we'll have to watch. So Invest 93 will keep pushing through southeast Louisiana and move westward through the course of today, bringing us a lot of tropical moisture. Currently outside, it is cloudy, it is rainy, no surprise there. This is a look at the French Quarter with our View Orleans camera. It looks kind of like a nice moody painting though of New Orleans. So if you're tuning in outside of New Orleans, this is actually a bit of a treat for us, as we know, us that live here in this area. It's kind of a treat to get some clouds and showers because it's not as hot. So that's been the real silver lining to today. Even though we had some periodic heavy rain, it's not so hot today. Temperatures are in the 80s and it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's been a while since it's been this cool here at home. 86 in Slidell, a little bit hotter for parts of the North Shore because they have not seen as much rain north of the lake. 70s for parts of the South Shore, 79 in Thibodaux, 80 in the metro area, 70s along the coast. So some of us stayed in the 70s today because of the heavy rain. Winds not really a problem because it never really had a chance to strengthen Invest 93. It's been a weak system, but you'll get occasional gusts like we're seeing now, 17-mile-per-hour gusts in Bay St. Louis, 18-mile-per-hour gusts in Macomb. You may get 20, 30-mile-per-hour gusts, so maybe a bit breezy here and there today and into tomorrow. Right now, the winds are kind of light and not light. They're more than variable, not light. Scratch, I said light. Some light winds in a few spots, but it's occasionally breezy. The winds are coming from a variable direction because we're having this area of low pressure, this counterclockwise motion move over our area. And it's broad, it's weak, but since we've got that swirl moving our area, you'll get these variable wind directions as it moves counterclockwise over us. So North Shore seeing northeast winds, South Shore seeing some west winds working in there. And then tomorrow, as Invest 93 pushes more to the west and farther out of here, we'll start to see southerly winds wrap around that flow. So we'll have south winds tomorrow. It will be a little bit breezy tomorrow as well, but the good thing with that is it makes it feel a little bit cooler outside and no big stress when it comes to the winds, no stress when it really comes to coastal flooding. It's just the tropical downpours, the heavy rain that we have to watch today, tomorrow. And even into Saturday, we'll have some leftover moisture and a few storms on Saturday too. So here we go, the tropical tracker. This is the latest from the National Hurricane Center. And since Invest 93 is moving inland, the chance for tropical development is only 10%, and it's just going to keep getting lower. So don't have to worry about it strengthening, thankfully on that. But something to watch later next week, which I'll talk about now. So here we go with our spaghetti model, taking it west. So it's going to continue moving west, and eventually it'll move northward through Louisiana, around an area of high pressure. So that's the thing. Since we have high pressure building in later this weekend, we've got clockwise motion around high pressure. Some of the moisture related to this may travel around the circle and then come back to the Gulf Coast by 1 week from now. So by Wednesday and then later next week, we could have this round 2 of tropical moisture associated with this, which could bring us some more heavy rain. We'll have to watch for tropical development since it is the time of the season. So that's something that we'll have to keep note of for next week. Still lots of time to watch it, but we may not be done with this quite yet. So we'll keep a weather impact alert for today through tomorrow because of the rounds of heavy rain, but it will be coming in batches. There will be dry breaks, not all the time, but there could be some localized street flooding or at least some nuisance puddles, ponding, things like that, which we're kind of familiar with from time to time. It's annoying, we know, but something we'll have to monitor through today, tomorrow. Anywhere from 2 to 4 inches of rain is expected over the next couple of days, widespread. Some of us may get more, some of us may get less. Just like the storm we just had happen over the metro, we got 1 to 3 inches in a very short amount of time. So the storms can pack some heavy downpours that add up quickly. So make sure you stay in tune to the forecast. Download our WWL app. You can watch the radar and see where things are going, especially if you have outdoor plans this weekend. Saturday, because Sunday is going to be mostly dry. But if you have outdoor plans today, tomorrow, and Saturday, you want to watch the radar, see where things are going. I really wouldn't cancel anything because it's not going to be a complete washout. However, it will be kind of a wet, soggy forecast the next few days. So just keep that in mind. As we go into the weekend, though, things will start to change. By Sunday, we'll be drying up and heating up. But we'll walk you through the rest of your Thursday. Scattered storms, some heavy showers in a few spots. Make sure you're taking it easy, especially driving around out there, things like that. There will be lulls in the rain today, but passing rain will continue into tomorrow. Friday, scattered storms in the mix, dry breaks around, but heavy downpours certainly a possibility. Tomorrow we'll see some times of heavy rain on our Friday, and a few stronger thunderstorms are possible today and tomorrow with the lightning and the stronger winds, things like that. Saturday, even though Invest 93 will be gone, will be more up to the north, we'll still have that leftover moisture with us. Plan for some more scattered storms in the mix on Saturday. Maybe some heavier downpours and a few stronger storms. Not unlike a typical summer day here. So pretty standard summer weather, honestly, going into Saturday. And then Sunday, we finally dry up a bit. So if you can push any outdoor fun activities that you have planned for Saturday, if you could push it to Sunday, that'd probably be the better option if you can, because it will be less rainy on Sunday. So rainfall totals from now, today, Thursday, through Saturday, like I mentioned, anywhere from 2 to 4 inches generally, but there could be more, there could be less. We're showing you the nature of how these storms are moving in. It's not raining everywhere all the time, but you get the quick heavy downpours. These are really efficient rain-making storms. It's not difficult to get some localized flooding. But, you know, this is a good outlook for today. Our flooding rain outlook shows you the moderate risk for excessive rainfall off to the west, and that's where the heaviest of the rain has been falling and is falling. So Lafayette through Morgan City, that's where the highest risk of heavy rain and flooding will be, and that does include parts of Terrebonne Parish, so parts of our bayou parishes could see that as well. But the rest of the area is still highlighted for a slight risk of excessive rainfall. So yes, we could see some localized flooding today. And then tomorrow it's actually exactly the same. We lose the moderate risk, so it's just a slight risk everywhere. Some isolated flooding a possibility through tomorrow. Don't forget your umbrellas, your rain gear, your ponchos, rain boots, things like that through today, tomorrow, and Saturday. We'll continue to be under a flood watch until late tomorrow night because of the soaking downpours, the tropical downpours that we'll have to see in the coming days. And that's really the biggest thing, is the biggest impact from this is the heavy rain coming in periodically. But I've seen some comments online like, I really haven't seen much. Other spots have seen several inches in the bayou parishes. So yeah, like it just really depends on where you're at, unfortunately. Luckily, the wind's not a concern, but like I mentioned, we'll get occasionally breezy here and there, and then tomorrow we'll have southerly winds wrapping around this low pressure. Tomorrow we could have gusts 20, 25 miles per hour, nice little breeze around tomorrow, but it will be very muggy and humid with the south winds. It's been very muggy and humid with all the tropical moisture, but at least it's been slightly cooler, but still pretty sticky. Like I mentioned, the high pressure is going to be building in. It's going to be moving from east to west later this weekend, and that will help push Invest 93 and its moisture up to the north. But since it will be an area of high pressure, the clockwise motion building in, it could come back around for us later next week. So there it goes up to the north. High pressure moves in. That means it will be less rainy here at home. So drier weather Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Maybe spotty shower here or there, but mostly dry Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, but hotter. Temperatures can get to the mid-90s then. Then you go later into the week, and then the moisture moves back around in a circle down into the Gulf Coast, and that's when we'll have to watch it again. Can it develop again over the Gulf? Maybe it'll be similar to what we're seeing now, where it's just waves of heavy rain coming and going mid to late next week. So make sure you stay tuned. Absolutely not done with this so far as it looks. The models want to bring it back to us. So later next week, we're watching the tropical moisture once again. So keep that in mind. Not through with it just yet. So here we go, the 7-day forecast for southeast Louisiana and South Mississippi. Today and tomorrow, cloudy, cooler, breezy, thanks to the tropical disturbance. Temperatures in the 80s in the afternoon, passing downpours today and tomorrow, maybe some localized flooding. Saturday, still keeping scattered storms around, but getting hotter this weekend. 90s back in our lives. Sunday, 93 degrees, maybe an isolated storm, and that's it. And then next week, temperatures get even warmer, middle 90s, but mostly dry, seeing more sunshine coming back our way. And then mid to late next week, tropical moisture does return later in the week, so we'll have to watch that closely. We are tracking Invest 93 and its impacts every hour on the hour on WWL Plus. So if you, of course, want to tune back in on WWL Plus or on social media, Facebook, YouTube, things like that, check us back at 3 o'clock.